Good evening, folks. This is Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. I'm doing something a little bit different tonight. I'm going to be showcasing the gear that I'll be planning on using this weekend for the Renaissance Fair. Um, I have some idea. I'm going to be asking you guys for some ideas for some help for um, camouflaging or find a way substituting my cane because I'm still going to need it. All I have is this metal monstrosity for a cane, so it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. I have not had a chance to really share this out yet, so bear with me here. I'm running a little bit on. I mean, I literally got done creating everything uh, at 7 o'clock on the nose, so that's all new to me. So we're going to be doing that here shortly. I'll explain what I got. Only thing I don't have in here right at this moment is the second quiver and my bow that I plan on taking with me. So that's going to be fun. I hope you like that. And that's some ideas that I have for making my gear look a little bit more authentic. I know it's a little off the beaten path what I'm usually talking about, but this is the first Ren Faire I've really been to in a couple of years due to my injuries that I've had since June of 2023. So I'm going to be a little bit, trying to get this thing up and running, and hopefully you guys will like what I'm doing and that kind of thing. So if you have any questions, I'll be showing off my gear that I'm planning on using and stuff like that. So hopefully it's going to be a good enough explanation. This is the picture that you see as my thumbnail is sort of the old version of what I have, but I have more to add to that. I'm working on getting everything involved. Only thing I have to do is piece bond a couple of knives, trying to figure that out. And I'm going to be working on my quiver, thanks to my wife coming up with a brilliant idea about how to make my arrows look nice and secure in that quiver right there. So hopefully I really get some people in here and I can discuss more about it. Right now, it's going to be just me and whoever's in here, I guess. We're going to find out, aren't we? So right now, it is just me and my shadow, as the saying goes. I have a few things I'm going to be doing shortly, explaining the different outfits, what it's based off of, and things like that. I'm gonna go get three more items. I will be right back. Please be patient. I know there's three people in here. Please be patient. I'll be right back. I gotta get my other items. Okay, I'm back with some of the items that I'm going to be doing a slight change in my quivers that I was planning on using. I'm going to end up using this quiver. You haven't seen this one yet, but this is going to be going with my outfit because it matches. I normally don't have a griffin on mine, but this is what I have. I'm going to be going through all the arrows that I do have and sorting out the good ones from the bad ones and things like that, so I can have proper arrows for the fair itself. I mean, I do have a couple that are like broken and stuff, so I can't really do anything with those. Some split arrows, which I have done myself. A couple other things. What the heck do I have in here? Some things in my quiver I didn't know I was in there. Oh, broken arrows. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be a little, my live's a little different today. I'm going to be talking about some stuff that's going to be going on this weekend and things I'm going to be doing for that. I'm going to be doing a Ren Faire setup. It's a little different. I'm going to be working on getting that straightened out so I can actually have my quiver on and everything else. My quiver is going to be a little, different. It's going to be right here, like that. I'm going to have to pick the right arrows. I've got some foam that I'll be using for stability and keeping my arrows secured in my quiver as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works. Then I'll show you the bow that I have that I'm going to be using for that as well. I can't string it, but I can, use it. That's cool. Hey, Bubba, how you doing? Thank you for coming. This is a little different than normal. So you're going to see some things that are not your standard bushcraft or backpacking or even prepping or anything like that. So or backpacking stuff. So this is something I did for years. I used to work in a Renaissance festival festivals around the Midwest. From as far south as Missouri, as far north as Door County, Wisconsin, as far east as I can't remember the place, but it was in Illinois. But I even did a couple over in Nebraska. So all throughout the Midwest here. And I'm going to be showing off some of the. Oh, that's cool. Glad to hear it. I ran at Renaissance festivals. I ran an archery range. And this is the quiver I plan on using for those people who haven't seen it yet. I think it's actually pretty cool. In conjunction with the outfit I'm going to be wearing, which is very similar to the one that was in my thumbnail. Not quite that one, but pretty close. Because that's the old one. I got a new one. I may have to tighten this up because I've lost a lot of weight since I've had this on. This was originally my wife's, but I like the way it got wet and weathered and everything else. It turned out really freaking good. I've got some blue foam I'm going to be adding to this in here to help it secure my arrows in place. And hopefully I'll have enough arrows to actually do something really cool. I hope that will look really cool. They will pass the piece bonded test and that kind of thing. Because I don't have a piece of wood that could fit in there to secure everything in place. But I do have foam. So that's going to be cool. One of the things I'm going to be doing a little different. I'm not going to be using anything with a point. A broadhead point anyway. So I'll be going through my multiple arrows that I have in one of my quivers. I got multiple quivers. This is just the one I hunt with. And I'm going to go through stuff like this as well as these. By the way, this one here is actually a hunting, blunt for rabbits. Now, let's see what else I got in here that might work. More. I got a bunch of them. I'm going to intermix them. So that's going to be a really, really, really interesting type setup. I can't use that one because the broadhead, obviously. Now, I might be able to get away with this one, but that's a judo point. Once I get it in place, it should not be able to be pulled out. Because one of the things they asked me to do is make sure they're secured. So technically, this would be perfect for what I'm doing, but I'm not allowed to pull anything out. So I might just put this in and turn it where it can't be pulled. I can't use that one too because of that. I'm not using mono broadheads on any of them because danger, Will Robinson, danger. Oh, that's cool. I've been to the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. I've not been to one in Wichita. I have been to Bristol. These were just the ones me just going, but most of the ones I've gone were smaller events. And I just had so much fun doing that kind of thing. I just got to remember to pull out my broadheads because, yeah, that would be a bad idea to go carrying these into the fair. So I'm going to intermix, and this one here, busted, so I can't really use it anyway because I kind of chipped it. So I think I can get away with the blunts. So it's going to be an intermixture of arrows that I'm going to be using. So it's going to look pretty cool once I get them set up. Yes, definitely going to put a rubber blunt in there because I think I can get away with that one. Because I'm going to be able to push them in and they're not going to be able to come out. So that's going to be a bonus. And if anybody wants to see some of the arrows that I have, I'll show you. But, like I said, I've got a little bit of mixture of everything. That one's busted, so I got to replace that one anyway. But they're all going to go in here, though I might just take this one out because it's just too dangerous. I don't want to get kicked out. Yeah, these are going to look really cool. So I'm going to do a couple of these. I'm going to figure out how to get this stuff in here without too much of a hassle and secured into my quiver, which is going to be this one right here. It's fairly large, but I'm going to have a fitted piece right here in the bottom to help secure them in place, and I'm going to have another piece up here up top to hold the shape open a little bit more. And wait till you see the bow. The bow is the best part. All my gear is real, folks. That's the only thing is I don't know how to do fake gear. I've never been able to do that. So I'm going to go through and pick the best arrows I have for this purpose, and I'm going to go from there. But these are the ones I can't use due to the fact that they're being broadheads or whatever. Just an intermixture, that kind of thing. Pretty much. Well, here's the thing. The people who are in charge of the fair know who I am, know what I can do, and I'm a firm believer being able to do what I need to do. My bow is not going to be able to be strung. That's one of the rules, unfortunately. So I can't go on doing pretend, stage draws or anything like that. So that kind of sucks. And as of right now, I couldn't string a bow right now with my knee being the way it is anyway. So I can still shoot. Don't get me wrong. I'd always known how to shoot. I can shoot really, really well. I don't want to jeopardize my standing in the fairs. So there's that. But I think this is a good number of arrows to be able to put into a quiver. I just got to figure out how to display them the best way I know how. Now, they're not secured by the foam, which I'm going to cut down tomorrow. And I'm going to have to go through and figure things out, which ones to use, which ones I can't use, that kind of thing. Because they're all in different sizes, as you can see. So, I've got a few that are, they all shoot really, really well. Some are generic. The tall green ones you see right here, these right here, are from a thing on Amazon, and they're not the best arrows, but at least they're matching. Well, I have a sword right there, but I don't plan on wearing a sword. Let's see, do I have another one of those? Yeah, I do. Okay, I've got 6 arrows I could technically use if I set it up right. Just splay them out. These 6 right here, I could splay them out pretty decently, I think, like that. Make them look pretty cool, you know, something like that. They are 4-fletched, if you haven't wondered, because I prefer 4-fletched over 3. But I think those are the coolest looking ones I've got. I mean, I've got cooler ones like these, but these are a little taller. I'm not sure if I have 6. Oh, I got 6 of those. Ooh, let's see if I got 6 of those. That'd be matching. That'd be kind of cool. I do not, unfortunately. Not without going through and, well, I could change out the tips tomorrow, I guess. I could put 3 in the back, 3 in the front, different sizes. I think that might work too. So to make it look really cool. At least I think it would look cool anyway. Hey, how you doing, Daniel? Half of me is cut off. I shouldn't be. I feel like I'm in one piece. How about this? Yeah, I'm going to be doing some stuff for a Renaissance Festival this Saturday. I've got some ideas to increase the amount of arrows I've got to use. I have some ideas. I'm not centered. What do you mean not centered? Give me a second. How's that? I wasn't centered on my table. Is that better? I had to move my computer over. A little more. How's that? Be well, Sean. Thank you for coming, brother. Too bad you can't be at the fair with me this weekend. No, I've got some other arrows that I was thinking about using, but some are damaged, some are not. And I just got to figure out which ones would be the best ones to use. I mean, I've got this one, but I have to take out the tip, put a new tip on it. But it wouldn't be height-wise, it wouldn't match the others. This one here has got a broad head. I just got to take that one off and put a. Will that be 6? Nope, that would be 5. Dang it, I need 6. That's the broken one. I don't think I have any more of those, unfortunately. Yeah, that's okay. I can work with it. Just swap this one out and put a new tip on this one, and I'll be good to go. Then I'll have the contrasting arrows that I need. Some of these are my hunting arrows, some are not. So I got to be careful with what I'm carrying. Yeah, this, for those people who didn't see it, this is the quiver I'm going to be using for this one. You don't see this one very often because I normally wear my brown one for when I'm hunting. This is my Ren Faire one. It's actually Jenny's, but she doesn't wear it. So I'll be taking this one, putting some blue foam at the bottom and at the top to give it dimension, filling it out like that, and sticking my arrows in there and securing them in place. I'm not going to use any glue. These are going to be just pressure fitted only. Because I don't want to damage my arrows and I don't want to damage the quiver. Because, like I said, this is not mine. This is my wife's. But I use it a lot for my costume stuff and everything else. So that's going to be what it is. Hey, Rob on the road. How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming. As I was saying at the beginning, since I'm not sure who was all here before, this is going to be a little bit of different type of thing today. I'm going to be doing a review of the stuff I'm going to be taking with me this weekend for the Renaissance Fair. This may be my first fair since 2023, since before my knee got injured. So this one here should be a really, really good deal. I'm going to use two different types of arrows, and I'm just going to, hopefully they're going to work with what I've got. I've got 2, 4, 6, 11 arrows. So I'm trying to figure out a way to display them just right, where they look cool, but they can't be drawn because that's one of the rules. So I'm not sure what I'm just going to basically put the foam, cut the foam to size, and pressure fit it in to, then I'm going to stick the arrows through. And these are all field points, so they should not be able to be pulled out. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I have one arrow that needs to have a tip replaced because it is a broadhead at the moment, and it should not be. But other than that, I mean, or I could just take all the tips off and just go that route. I can always replace the tips later. That's the easiest way to go. That way they can't say I have tips, but I will keep the tips with me. Only thing I don't like about my wife's quiver, I do not have a pouch to carry anything, which really, really, really sucks because I don't have a place to put my bowstringer or anything like that, which I do have in here. So, which is why I like this one, because it does have a pouch for me to carry everything. There's nothing in it at the moment. Glad to hear it. Same here. The picture you guys saw at the thumbnail is a little taste of what my outfit's fully looking like. I haven't wore this complete outfit in probably 2 years. Because I've gotten really freaking heavy there for a while where I couldn't wear anything. So since I've lost the weight, I found out a lot. Most of my gear is a titch too big now, and I'm liking that, which is really cool. But I've got to figure out how to support myself while I'm walking through the fair, because I can't really carry my cane with me because it doesn't fit the look. I don't have a stick or anything like that. So that's going to be an interesting take on that. If I was going as a Scotsman, I could wear my kilt, that kind of thing. Wouldn't have to worry about it. But this is a little bit different. So this is going to be an interesting take on the gear that I normally wear. I can't use it. That's the only issue. But is it usable? That it will be. I've already moved my computer. It's almost off the board there, Daniel. I'm sorry. I can't move it any further. I could move my chair, but I can't. I mean, I moved it this way because I got stuff right down here. I'm not centered on this. I understand. Don't worry about that. I've already moved my computer all the way over. Literally, I've got half my computer hanging off over here. It's like even where it's actually more to the left than I normally keep it. My chair is a little cockeyed, so I'm sitting this way for a reason because of my knee. I got to be able to keep it somewhat straight. So this is the only place I've got a place to do that. So I have reasons why I'm sitting this way and the computer's this way. But the fletching you'll see here, I mean, this is two different styles. This is one. This is actually more my draw length for this one. This is a 28-inch draw. So this is going to be cool. I'm going to make sure this is the right one. Yeah, these are my normal ones. And this is the other one right here. They're all 4 fletch. This one's 3 fletch. That one's 4 fletch. So these are going to be a slightly different. Well, this one's 4 fletch. This is a little different than the others. This is the other 4 fletch. So I'm trying to decide whether to go these 4 right here and these 6 here and then alternate them somehow. That way I think they would look cool, sort of like something like that. To give it a more interesting look. But it's going to be interesting. The foam I'm going to be using, in case anybody's wondering, actually came from my wife's workplace. They're going to cast these out. These are from when people get their orthotics. I'm going to be using the compressed part of this whole section here. This, basically, it's about 1 inch thick from here all the way down. And if I have to double it up, I'll double it up. And I'll put it, fill up the entire quiver. I got 2 pieces of this. And hopefully it'll be enough to secure my arrows enough. I could do a test run, see how that works. Give me a second here. Test run. Okay. Ooh, that one came apart. So that's gonna suck. But I think that one actually might fit in the bottom of my quiver a little bit better. Let me see here. I have to use one of the edges. Yeah, that'll secure them enough where they can see that they won't come out easily. So they're secured with foam, or will be. Maybe a piece of cardboard if I can find a piece that'll fit where I need it to in the middle too. So that way you can't see it from the top. That'll be underneath the cardboard, that kind of thing. It'll just hold the open end open enough for me to secure my arrows in and go from there. Oh, no, I'm not going to be using carbon. These are all wood. Every one of these is as accurate as historically as I can get it. Every one of these is cedar. And you haven't even seen the bow yet. A lot of you guys probably haven't seen this bow yet, but this is going to be a really cool bow. This was custom made for me by a friend of mine named Scott. He's a woodworker. Give me a second here. I'm hoping my bowstring's in here because I don't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find my bowstring. But this is a U recurve deer sinew backed, and it's got horn tips. That is very cool there, Rob. I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing you do a video about either making it or shooting it or both. But you can see it's leather wrapped. Look at the grain on that thing. Look how smooth that is. One piece U. So I'm going to have to find the bowstring tomorrow, along with other things. And it'll be secured. It'll be, looking really, really cool. And you can't really get more authentic than deer sinew. Now, I'm not doing quite Robin Hood. I'm not doing quite anything but a medieval archer. And hopefully, if everything goes well, there's a contest I want to enter, see if I can win. So I'm going to try to see what I can do with that. Let me see here. And I'm just going to try to balance these out with some of these in the back, some of these in the front, that kind of thing. Some of these have been broken, some of them haven't. So, like I said, I'm going to try to intermix these with a short one, then a long one, like every other one as much as I can. But I only have, like I said, I only have 4 of these I can use at the moment. So half on one side, half on the other. So let's see if I got yet. I think I'm missing an arrow. Oh, I did. It's right here. Okay. I was wondering what. A short one. But kind of something like that. Something like that. I'm not sure exactly. I'm still working on it. It should look pretty cool on my back when I get it all done, said and done. I'm a firm believer in function, so that's going to be my biggest thing. So there we go. Every other one, 1 on each end and 3 in the middle. That works. Well, 2. Okay, I got more than that. I'll figure it out. Probably balance it out. That would be really cool. And then it's also really good content too, Rob. I do have my outfit right here that I plan on wearing. And it is a very much Ranger Apprentice-esque kind of character. If anybody knows about the Ranger Apprentice book series. Give me a second here, folks. By doctor's orders, I got to take 3 of these a day now, not just 2, which really sucks. But hopefully I can get that stuff to work out really well. I may have to go with just 5 of one of the kind and 4 of the other to balance it out, make it look really nice. So I'm going to go see what I can do. Because I don't want to take any of these. As much as I would love to. I love my broadheads. If anybody's seen my last video and I showed off the new ones I just acquired, you'll understand why. I may have to put these in sideways. Yeah, I may have to put these up lengthwise and hope for the best. Like I said, I do have some knives that I plan on using. One of them is this one. This one's basically piece bonded. I just got to actually add another hole to make it smaller to actually hold it on there tight. And I've got to figure out a way to secure this one. So they're not exactly medieval. Yes, I know. But they're the closest old school knives I own. I don't know if there's a prize or anything like that. So that's going to be an interesting experience to figure that out. If I had the string material, I'd just make myself a new bowstring, but I don't have a lot of time to do that. To finish it completely by tomorrow. So I have the setup for it. I'm out of string material. Is there anything about so far that you guys have questions about what I've showed you? About my bow, about my arrows, about my idea for the quiver, try to make it look cool, that kind of thing? Just let me know. I'll do my best to answer your questions the best I can and go from there. Yes, it does have to be piece bonded, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to affix my gear to where it cannot be drawn. They said you got to piece tie it. I don't know exactly how you do that for arrows, but I'm going to do my best to make it sure that it won't be easily drawn out. I mean, without effort. None of them have sharp points on them or anything like that. These are just field points. I am going to secure them with this foam. This is the foam that my wife uses at her workplace. I can say they use it for doing orthotics. And this is a mold they use. This one kind of fell apart on me. So I am going to end up cutting this lengthwise here and here and here and yeah, on this side and this side, and affix it into the quiver itself and do the same thing with the rest of this. And basically jam packing the entire thing as full as I can get it with another piece. This should probably be going on the bottom. And hopefully, if it fixes well, it'll hold my arrows in place. And I'm thinking about adding another piece of cardboard or something else the arrows will fit through as well that will at least hold their position where they look really cool. But that's about it. So you won't be able to see it because I'll probably put that like about right in here, about this level, and everything else will be like filled with foam and stuff to hold it in place where it can't be drawn. And I'll have a bowstring on this bow here, and it will not, I cannot string my bow, so that's going to be that as well. Wire whip, explain. I'm not understanding the term. Hey, Rob, are you able to come on up and explain it to me in person, so to speak? Because I may not, I'm dyslexic and I may not understand what you're typing. Excuse me. I've never seen that, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't want to wrap the arrows themselves because I don't want to damage them, because these are some of my arrows that I actually shoot on the regular. So, and I got blue stuff all over my fingers. I could see what I can do. I've got some wire that might work. I don't want to wrap the arrows themselves, the wood, because that would damage the arrows themselves. Okay. So something like add something about right here, so they just can't get pulled past this because there is a little lip along here. I know it's kind of hard to see, and it's a little blurry, so bear with me. I could see what I can do about putting something. I got some fine wire somewhere that I could probably do that with. I don't know where it is at the moment. I haven't seen it in a while. Last time I saw it was in my drawer, but it got spun out, so to speak, unspooled. So I'm not sure if I threw it away or not. I'd have to do some searching. I only have a day to get everything ready. So I got the foam, and I got I can get a piece of cardboard or two to put in the top to hold the form up and things like that. So I still want to wire anything to the wood itself because that's, got to keep the cup aesthetic. Wiring it towards the tips is the only thing I can think of right now. One moment, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to mute myself.
Yes.
Come here, please. I have a question. Okay. There used to be a spool of really fine wire in the junk drawer. Is it still there?
I'll see if it's still there.
I don't know if I threw it out or is it still in there.
It looks like you got thrown out.
Dang. I need some really fine wire, bud. Roll for Ian. Definitely roll for Ian. Because he knows where a lot of things are. Because Rob suggested an option that might help too, to keep people from pulling my arrows out. Bud, do you have any wire?
No, I don't.
Of any kind?
I don't keep that stuff in hand.
Oh, also, one of those bowstrings you thought was yours is actually mine. It goes with this bow.
I have it somewhere. Okay, I'll find it.
I'm going to need it. Sooner than later, bud. Okay. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of spare fabric, unfortunately. I'm just trying to think of what I got available. Because it's got to be able to fit in the quiver and secured in place. I actually took it off of the off the stand that I got, my arrow stand I have. And I wanted to go that route, but I don't have any. I was thinking about just using cardboard initially. But I could put a piece of cardboard in there, fit it pretty tightly. If I have the tips wrapped, possibly it might work. I don't know. Have to wait and see. Just got to figure out the wire situation because I don't have any small, fine wire. No, Ian does not have fabric scraps. Good call, though. Jenny's the lady who usually has the linen scraps and other materials. So I'm just trying to think what I've got. Jeez. Dang. I got lots of string, but that won't work. At least I don't think it will. Because if I poke this stuff in and I put some cardboard down on top of it, once the arrows are poked through, then tie the strings onto it to keep it from being pulled through. That would help a little bit, but I don't know. No, you're not getting Jenny dice. She doesn't have a dice. She's a DM. She's in charge of the dice. For those people who are watching and think it's a little weird what I'm talking about, bear with me here. I still got to piece bond this one. This one here, I just need to add another hole and make it tighter. So that's not an issue. I got something for that. I'm just going to add one. It's just one hole too small, too big, I mean. So I'm going to add another hole right there to hold it in place. So it can't be pulled out or dropped out or whatever. I don't have my neck knife from Daniel yet, so I can't wear that. Geez, I'm going to have to think about that. What do I have? What do I have? Please forgive me. I'm just trying to think. Like, geez. Oh, maybe I have it over here. Give me a second. Let's see. What do I got? Test run on something. Hold on. Aha! I got something. Oh, that won't work. Dang it. Let me try this again. I'd have to wrap each arrow individually at a different angle, but dang it. I'd had to pull quite a bit, but I was going to try artificial sinew. That didn't work. Or wax thread, I should say. I don't want to zip tie them. That could possibly damage my arrows. Come on. Think. Nope, that won't work. That's one of my wedges. Dang it. I can't. I'll have to come up with something. I got a day. I can always make a run to the hardware store, see what I can find. That's not necessarily a bad idea either. I don't have any masking tape at the moment. Painter's tape would also probably work and less damaging to the arrows. So I might see about picking up some painter's tape. That might work. If I put them through the items that I was planning on putting in there, if I don't use the blue foam and I use two things of cardboard, I could push them through both pieces of cardboard and then tape them together, basically, hopefully in the right pattern, and they'll look really cool and not be able to be pulled out. Hey, Doug, how you doing, brother? I think the tape is a good idea. I might consider that one, but I'm going to go ahead with painter's tape because I can pick up a small thing of that, and that might actually help. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try to spread them out. I mean, I may not use all these arrows. I might actually just go with an odd number of each one. Oh, and even a number of one and an odd number of another. So I'll have a tall one. Let's see, a small one, tall one, small one, tall one, small one, tall one. Tall one, small one. So be one on each end. Sort of like that. And if I tape them, like you suggested, I can just tape them down there at the bottom, and and they can't be pulled out because I'll have these tied at the top, and the painter's tape won't hurt my arrows. So good call on the idea tape. I think it would look cool and give my quiver a decent look. And they won't be able to be pulled out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that idea. I just won't be able to use one of my arrows, but that's okay. I don't need a full set for this. But if everything goes well, I'll be able to do that. Now, I'll be showing my bow off again in a second. 1 second. I'm rolling for Ian. Sorry about that. This particular tent, sorry about that, guys. Thank you for letting me know, Rob. Went through a tornado in Des Moines years ago, and this is the only tent that survived of the personal tents. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Hold on. Can I make it bigger? Can I make it bigger? I don't know. Can I? Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey, CR. Yeah, this is my personal pavilion. This is for those people who were at the gathering a couple years ago. This is the one I slept in. That is actually the bed I slept in. The mattress is different, missing the shepherd's hooks, but that is the same tent. I've had this tent since 2012. Yeah, I've had it for quite a few years. It still works. It's still standing. It's very old. It's very dirty. I need to get some repairs done to it, but that one's been through at least 3 tornadoes. If that answers your question there, Doug. And I'm sorry for forgetting I was muted. CR, how you doing, brother? Glad you can make it. This is a little different than my normal Thursday night live, so I'm getting ready for my Renaissance Fair, my first Renaissance Fair in over almost 2 years, due to the fact of my injuries and stuff. So I'm a little excited. So I've got some stuff I want to show off. I'm showing off and everything else. By the way, for those people who are wondering, okay, give me a second here. Let me hide this one. The bow that I'm carrying is a 65-pound U recurve. As you can see, my friend Scott made it for me as a gift. And yeah, it's a beautiful bow. And I can't string it at this fair, but I can carry it with me. And this is the most authentic looking bow I have. So I just carry it like that. And yeah, hopefully I will do well at there's a costume contest. I want to see if I can do well with that one. I wish I could walk for 90 minutes. I'm doing good when I can do about 10. 15. I think, no, let me see. You actually made me think about something. I was actually on the phone with Herbert T. and SD Mountain Man yesterday while I was waiting for my appointment. So I get to find out, man, didn't give me any steps at all. I was even on my phone. There's no way I did only 90 steps. No freaking way. Yeah, this thing didn't register my steps at all. Not wrong. Nope, no yard sales. I actually haven't. Well, let me correct myself. I did purchase one thing yesterday. I purchased a Whisper Light International stove from MSR for $70 out of T, South Dakota. And Scott from SD Mountain Man picked it up for me. So he's going to be doing a video and review of it for me because he likes doing those Fired Up Fridays and all that stuff. So he's going to do a review on the stove since he's getting first look at it. It's all complete in the box and everything else. And I will be doing a review on my own. It could be run off of white gas, kerosene, or unleaded gasoline. So I did pick something up, but it was off of Facebook Marketplace. Unless somebody has a line on a decent GoPro Hero 10 or 9 or something like that, I don't know what to tell you, because I need something like that I could stream with. But I've got this is the quiver I want to be using for my outfit on Saturday. Most people don't get to see this one very often. I think it looks pretty cool. And those are the arrows I chose tonight. And thanks to Rob on the Road, I'll be taping these up in location, and that way they'll look really freaking cool. And they'll be able to stay in location without having me to do much to it. I might not even need the foam if I do it right. A couple strips of the painter's tape on there. It shouldn't damage them, and at least be able to use them later on without replacing them and everything else. So, other than that, what do you guys think? I will show the outfits, the entire outfit I would be wearing. I am going to be probably rocking my sandals. So they're not too fancy. If those of us who were at the gathering will know that I wear sandals a lot, because it's be more authentic. Because I don't have any actual leather boots. I do have hiking boots, but they don't quite go with the aesthetic. I hope so too. I wasn't seen any yard sales yet. I've only been to a couple this year. Didn't pick up anything, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm going to be trying to piece bond this particular knife somehow, some way. I'm not sure if I can or not, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I can wear it on my belt and not have to worry about them saying, oh, it's not, secured or anything like that. No, you don't. Unless you got to rescue Princess Leia. No, you don't. Oh, that didn't work out too well, did it? It is piece bonded, though. That's all that matters. It's tied. So it is tied. That's going to cut this string. Here's the only thing bad about this one, which I have to put a new hole in. Yeah, I didn't have to do anything to it. So that one's piece bonded. At least it looks like it anyway. This one here, I just got to put a new hole in it. It's just one hole shy of where it needs to be. No, none of my knives have lanyard holes. Let me correct myself. I do have a couple with lanyard holes, but those are my folding knives. I don't think any of my fixed blade ones are. Hey, welcome back, Daniel. I'm gonna do a little bit of leather work real quick because I'm gonna fix this sheath for this one knife so I can make it the. That's not it. No, that might work. The sheath is a little loose when it comes to securing it closed. So I could pull the sheath out without the knife out without undoing the sheath. So I'm gonna see about adding another hole without hurting myself or anything like that. But we're gonna see, aren't we? Normally I have a hole punch, but I can't find my leather kit right now. Let's see if this works. Okay, it does work. Now let's see if I can get it to secure the handle of this thing, because this thing does not have a cross guard on it or anything like that. So this one's going to have to be like a pressure fit type situation. Okay, I got it in. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty secure. Um, I've been meaning to do this for a while anyway. But yeah, now it won't fall out. I can't just, well, I can, but I can't just draw it out anymore. It's secured in there. But yeah, got those are piece bonded. Those will be ready for tomorrow. I'm not planning on taking my sword, which is right there, because it's just, I don't like having a lot of heavy things on my belt. And I'll be showing you that here in a second. I'm actually pretty proud of this belt because it's been about 8 years since I've been able to wear this belt. I've been so heavy. And when I first got it, I was down to here. You can't really see it, but actually, no. I was actually at the beginning, right here when I first got it. But now I am here. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But it's been a couple years since I've been able to put this belt on and secure it, which I'm really happy with. I've got other belts that I've been wearing, but that's not even my fancy belt. This is my regular everyday belt that I would be wearing over my gear. And this is my fancy belt. This is one I wear with my kilt. Here's my belt buckle that I wear with my kilt. And this one here does not have holes. This is actually got a Velcro backing, so I can adjust it Velcro wise. And it just clips into the clip like that. It's got the wool tree on it. But that's my fancy belt. That's adjustable. I mean, right now it's really big. It's even bigger than I am right now. That's how big I used to be. And this used to be just fit me. And I'm a lot smaller than that now. So I got my kilt at one of the fairs I go to. My first kilt I picked up at a fair, and it was a great kilt, which is a whole 9-yard kilt, which is one of my favorite kilts. I pleated it and everything else, used my belt, the whole 9 yards, and it was very, very comfortable. But I wore that one out till I don't have any more. Then I ended up buying a cheater's kilt, as I call it, one with the sun pleats. It's more of a modern style, and I've got that somewhere in the house. I still don't know where it's at the moment. I'll try to find that tomorrow. I'm not going to be wearing it this weekend because I'm only going for one day. And oh yeah, I can actually show you this. I think. Oh, give me a second. This is how much weight I've lost. So I'm going to have to tighten my belt way down. This used to be tight. It used to be I used to be out to here. Now I'm not. They sell kilts all over at Ren Fairs. And I know there's a Ren Fair in your area because I know Arizona's got one of the bigger ones. I mean, I've got a cloak, I've got a tunic, over tunic, my pants. Now, I'm very proud of my pants. I know it's going to sound weird, folks. These are my canvas pants I originally bought for this outfit. And this thing here is durable as all get out. And I have not been able to fit into these in years, at least 5 or 6 years. It's just been too tight. But these things are pretty much bomb-proof. They're, they rip resistant, scuff resistant, and everything else. So I'll be wearing those, and along with my tunic, my over tunic, my hood, which is really, I haven't really tried that on since I lost the weight either. So it's going to be all fun and games until I figure out how I get all my gear on. So I'm a little giddy here, guys, so bear with me. Here's my hood. Yeah, if anybody's who's seen me do the silhouetted Robin Hood picture that I have, this is the outfit I wore with that. Technically, it could be reversible. So I can go with a full-on dark hood if I wanted to. But I want to try to keep the aesthetic of more of a neutral green. And yeah, that way it's a deep hood where I can pull it over my eyes and keep the sun out of my eyes. Over at the Ames Renaissance Fair this weekend, there, Big Mike. And hi, how you doing, brother? This will be the first fair I've been to in over 2 years because of my injuries. I'm trying to follow all their rules and everything else. So I'm going to do my best to get there. And I have, okay. Give me a second here. One of my accessories. I got 2 accessories that I'll be wearing in addition to my knives. And that's my 2 pouches. Pretty much. This is one of my pouches that I have. It doesn't look like much, but it's a double pouch, to be fair. It's got a little place for, this is technically a rendezvous pouch because this is got a spot for a ferro rod. This actually says from the Black Powder Company. See, blackpowderbags.com is where this one came from. I got it for $5 at a yard sale of all places, but it's got 3 pouches. It's got a pouch here. It's got this pouch here. And it's got this pouch here. So I got 3 pouches I can put stuff in. And I'm going to wearing one on one side, one on the other. And this is the other pouch I have, which is just, it's going to have all of my bigger stuff. It's going to have my phone and my wallet in here. Okay. I got a card from Corn-Fed Letters. Not related to corn-fed, just is this what it's called. But yeah, these are my two pouches. Sorry, I'll give you a better look at these. Deer antler buttons. This one here is just a regular brass button, but it's got plenty of space for my stuff. Like I said, my phone will fit in here, as well as my wallet, and maybe one of my pocket knives. And definitely will be fitting my bowstringer in there, because I don't have a pocket on my quiver, unfortunately. And also, it'll fit one of my this battery, which will be going with me, and maybe my flashlight. I will be trying doing some videoing while I'm there. I don't know about going live, but I'll try. I used to make tankard straps for hanging my tankers off of. I do have a really nice pewter tankard somewhere. I just got to remember where I put it. It's here in the living room somewhere. Hopefully Jenny will help me find it. She's going to have to redo my hair, obviously. The only thing I can't go fully affected is this. I can't wear my bracelet, unfortunately, but I might have it in my pouch just to be on the safe side. But I'm hoping to go full medieval. I do have a mask, but I can't wear it without with my glasses on. And if you guys want to see the mask, let me know. I'll show you. But I think it's pretty cool. But I've got this secured. I've got this secured. So that should be good. It does fall out if I hang it upside down, but it shouldn't be enough to worry about too much. I just don't have any other straps right now, unfortunately. What exactly are you looking for? And if you were looking for rings, what size rings are you thinking? Because I don't know your ring size there, Rob. And if I did get something, I'd probably have to put it in with your bivy tent, and I'm not, get it to you that way somehow. Now my outfit was I paid like $150 originally for it in its entirety. Basically, it's a copy of a original that I had, and this one's a better copy because it's more durable, and it'll keep the sun off me, keep me warm if it gets cold. I just got to figure out how to walk without my cane present, because I don't have a way to walk, unfortunately. Okay. I'll put the link for the fair. Maybe you might see something, a booth you want me to check out or whatever. If you give me a half a second here. I will bring up that event. This is the event in question. There's a list of merchants and stuff on there and everything else. I don't have a large budget right now. So unless you're free, that's your Sunday where you can talk to me. I don't know. But I will do my best to get some video of the different things going on. There's going to be some live steel combat. There is an axe throw. There is a knife throw. I'm not too much into those because it's not my thing. Archery is my thing. there's a lot of musical acts. There's a lot of some belly dancers. There's comedians, lots of food vendors, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I actually know the couple who are portraying the king and queen, so they're friends of mine. So that's going to be cool to see them. And I'm going to offer my services as an archer, since I had to retire from war because I took an arrow to the knee. I got to come up with a good backstory why I'm back from the war and why I'm no longer, on the battlefield. Food. I will take pictures of food for you there, CR. Maybe a turkey leg or something. I don't eat turkey legs, but I will take pictures of a turkey leg. But pyro team. I think there's one person that does do fire, but I don't know who that is. And just for you guys' information, Bruno, Big Mike, is a photographer. He's the professional in my book. He's got the skills. He's got the equipment. He's got the eye. I don't have any of that. I'm a talker, so I will do my best to get video of things that I think is interesting. I will try to go live a little bit, but not when I'm doing the contest. Then everything will be full on me doing the best I can temporarily for the contest, because I can't walk very far. And I'm restricted. I must have my cane on me, according to my doc. So I will do my best. I'm sure that Mike will get pictures of all the pretty girls, because he usually does. From the belly dancers to any interesting costumes, all that stuff. So this is my first fair in 2 years, so this is going to be an interesting experience for me because I've been injured for that long. But if I do this right with the painter's tape, I may not need the foam at all, but I will be able to do everything. I was thinking about running painter's tape over one side and then the other at the bottom and at the top. And I have a string that goes across the top of my quiver that keeps it closed. And then I have this tape underneath that. It can't be pulled anything. If you pull one, they all come out. So they all would lift and they'd stop at that thing, so they can't be pulled. So technically they will be piece bonded. So they'll be secured without actually looking like they're not. Well, while looking like they're not, there's nothing in them. So that might be the easiest way to do it, and the painter's tape won't damage my arrows. Thank you again there, Rob. I really appreciate that suggestion. Now, the full outfit I have not put on in like a couple years, and last time I put on it, it was a little snug. And since I put that on, I have lost a total of 65 pounds. I think, let me double check my thing. I weighed myself this morning, and let's see here. Give me a second here. I did it wrong. I lost 66 pounds. So it's going to be an interesting experience for me, and trying on my gear that I haven't tried on in years and being able to fit it. It might be just a little titch big even, and I'm still losing. So this is going to be nice. And I will try to get a picture of myself in full regalia. I do think, oh, give me a second. Oh, Forgive me, guys. my deal here is my knee is still not forgiving me for moving. It sets up really, really easily. But here's the mask I got. And no, I'm not putting it on. But if I had contacts, I'd wear those. Trust me. Between this and a deep hood, hopefully no one would really recognize me too much. But you have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Cool mask? Not so? I always thought this part was a little thick. I didn't want it like it. I always wanted to cut it down, but I don't trust my leather working skills that much because it's so fitted. It does fit me, but I haven't worn it since I lost the weight, so I'm a little thinner in the face. So that's neither here nor there. Okay, it is now almost 8:30. I'm going to be putting away the Ren Faire stuff. If anybody wants to open it up, we can talk about anything else. I don't know how to compress it, so I don't know anything about that kind of thing. I do minor leather work, like with arm guards and things like that, belts, tankard straps, that kind of thing. But that's it. But that's it for the Ren Faire talk. Now we're going to be talking about anything else. Now I'm opening up the floor to anything and everything we want to talk about within reason. No politics, no religion, obviously. But yeah, any questions you guys want to do? Anything, topics you want to go into? Daniel, how's your thumb? Well, welcome back to the vocal world there, Rob. Did your voice get lower by any chance? Because I know sometimes when you lose your voice drops an octave or two. I know mine does. Right before I lose it, my voice starts dropping down really low. I don't think Cliff's going to be showing up on here, so. Well, that's good at least. Did you have like laryngitis or did you have oh, there's Daniel. How you doing, brother? Give me a second. There we go.
How are y'all doing?
I'm doing my knee still hurts. That's to be expected. But I'm doing better.
Can you guys hear the fan?
I can't, but I'm partially deaf, so I can't help you with that.
Can the chat hear the fan? Like, I'll shut it off.
I can hear it a little bit, but not enough. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
We got a half naked Viking on the screen.
Yeah, sorry. It's
shirt on, man. Just keep it above by the shoulders.
So I'll just
No, okay, your shoulders were fine, dude. The way you had it, you just
Yeah,
don't go.
yeah, okay. I'm glad you're doing that, man. Like the Renaissance man, and I'm proud of you for losing that weight and like getting up and like doing what
Moving.
you're and doing what you're passionate about.
Oh
Like
yeah.
there's not a lot of people that like get hurt and just get up and do what they're passionate about. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like they just leave it in the past and they're like, yeah, I'm hurt and
well. Here's the thing you probably didn't know about Daniel. I didn't start all this until after I had a stent put in my heart.
yeah, I didn't know that at all.
Now, YouTube came in
100,
after my stint.
yeah,
I did
100%.
participate in YouTube, but I wasn't monetized. I didn't have very many videos out. But I started backpacking. I started doing bushcraft. I started doing all that stuff. But the Ren Fairs I've been doing for over 20 years. I've been running my own archery range for over 20 years.
Yeah,
More
and
than that now because I'm older. But
and that's all like things that you like. Not a lot of people look at like I look at it. I'm like, man, I'm proud of this guy. Like he's done this. You know what I mean? Like all of us can use a little bit of education and not step away from what he's trying to say. Like what he's saying works. Yet why is it?
your thumb's in the way.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Uh, you know what I mean? Like I don't get like there's like you're speaking the truth. Like
Well, my
you know.
truth is a lot of my hobbies, with a few exceptions, um,
Mhm.
are all things that allow me to do my favorite hobby, which is archery.
Yeah, and
So,
and I completely get that.
and I ran my archery range at Renaissance fairs, like I said, for over 20 years plus. And when I got injured, I couldn't really do much anymore. So I need to refurbish it, get it back out there, and things like that. But I mean, I love the people. I love the culture. Um, there are not very many snobs out there in the fair circuit. There's not. Um, we do make fun of stuffy people, but I originally went to my first Renaissance festival when I was in the service, and I worked as a squire to the White Knight at a very small fair in California. Part of the SCA group that I was a part of, they did the squiring for this guy, and it was really cool. And I got loved. My first event ever was a Ren Fair and an SCA event all in one, so I loved it both. Um, so it allowed me to get into it, and I got my first real bow in the doing this kind of thing. And that was a recurve, which I still own. Um, now I pull a much heavier bow because it's been so many years, but that's been since 1990, literally,
Yeah,
since I've been
I
doing it.
was 1990. I was
Were you thought
14. No, I was 14.
okay? You were just a teen, okay,
Yeah,
but
and
I was just a Iowa kid who just got back from being in Germany for 2 years, and I loved the idea of the SCA and everything else, and medieval reenacting, that kind of thing.
yeah,
So got into that, and that's where that was when I got my pavilion that you saw the
hmm
picture, and yeah, I mean, but that I use that for both rendezvous as well as just camping it because I love the tent. It's one of my favorite tent. It cost me $1,200 initially. Yeah,
yeah.
this is
I
20 some
just
years ago, so $1,200 was a lot.
yeah, I just got a one Tigress. I can't remember. It's single pack, single pack elite.
Is that the
Uh,
one that allows you to have the tent stove you got?
yeah, but it's
Good.
an ultra. It's an ultralight.
Oh, I've got
Um,
ultralight tents. Trust me, I got those.
yeah, no. But the whole thing is I'm like, Okay, my stove won't even fit in there.
It's too small. Your tent's
It's
too
too
small.
big.
Your tent is too
Yeah,
small, right?
the tent's too small.
Okay. I'm going to give you a suggestion. So, if, in case you don't have to take it if you don't want to.
No, I everything you give me, I look up and I'm gonna listen to someone that's wiser than I am.
Okay.
Like that.
There's it's called a hammock tent on Timu for less than
Mm-hmm.
$100.
Mm-hmm.
Normally it's a ridgeline tarp for hammocks, but
Mm-hmm.
it has the setup for if you get the poles, you can use it with poles, and it has a stovepipe setup.
Yeah.
I
You
showed you
you
these
had
before. I believe I showed you these before.
yeah,
Um,
and I have that in my information too.
yep. So I already gave that information to you, and that
Yeah.
right there for a budget hot tent.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a basic budget but hot tent. Would I survive the winter in it? Probably not,
I don't.
because no, I would not do that. What I would probably end up doing it, set it up like a ridge line and put another tent inside it.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's my whole theory on the whole thing. Is
That's
like,
what I would do, but that's me. But I have a tent that could be four season. I just need to get the liner for it, and that's my Light Fighter One military tarp tent. And that one can be actually set up on a cot or on the ground. So it's a really cool little setup, which is
yeah.
really funny. My Big Agnes tent and the Light Fighter tent are set up the exact same way. Two separate kinds, but they set up the exact same way.
How do you like Big Agnes as a company?
Actually, I've always liked them. I just never could afford them until I picked mine up for like $12. So
Okay. I mean, that's
okay, thank you, CR, for letting me know. I mean, the Big Agnes. I mean, I have no problem with the one I have. I love the room. Mine's a two-person tent.
yeah.
It's the copper. It's a copper spur too, and I like the fact for the extra room. Um, I'm my boy's too big to have be sleeping with me anymore. But now I have a cot I'm going to be sleeping on. It's got room for a cot for me.
Hmm.
So I'll sleep on the ground, so I'll be comfortable. I'll be safe and dry and everything else. And to me, I like it. They're a really good company. They do back their products. I mean, some people there's tents that are lighter. Don't get me wrong. There's tents that are better made, but you got to go with which budget you can go with. And I just got lucky, like I keep on saying.
I'm
Um,
trying to find something that's like me, Tiff, and the dog, and it's light and
okay, that's the problem with most of them. I know I don't think of it as a dog added type situation.
yeah, but like he sleeps on us, so it's not like he's like on the outskirts of the bed. It's like
Not coming. What do you mean not coming? You're covered in sticky farts? What?
not coming.
We're talking about tents and stuff right now.
I don't know what's going off there, but no,
I have
like
no idea.
oh no, like the dog
I had
sits
some,
between us.
I've been having questions for you there. Sorry, I got a question. I got gardening questions for you. I'd like to be able to talk to you about them up here. Um, my potatoes are coming in. My potato, a single potato, is coming in. He's like that tall, and he's got
That's a
leaves.
that's a big potato.
Well, it just actually it wasn't even a full potato. It was just a little corner of one. It had an eye on it that we left over when we cut up our potatoes for dinner one night. And Jenny saved that one eye, and I threw it in the pot, and it grew. So I'm happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my two corn stalks of corn that I have is down to one, but the one is doing decent. So out of the three that I grew, one's still going, and
Yeah,
he's like
Tiff.
not that tall.
Tiff just pulled radishes out of the ground out of the size of softballs or beets. Sorry, beets out of the ground that are the size of radishes.
Softballs. He just
Or
said that.
sorry,
Well, show us. Don't just tease us. Show us.
My dad ate them already.
her dad ate them.
That's not fair.
I'm
If you
sorry.
can't show it, it didn't happen there, Tiffany.
Mm.
Or take a picture. There's still more.
There's still
Like I
more to
said,
come.
if you don't have picture proof, it didn't happen.
Oh yeah, we got carrots coming up.
Carrots are always good.
Peppers.
Peppers,
What kind of peppers?
all of them.
I like bell peppers.
We have bell pepper. We have
But I
habanero,
like them in
jalapeno,
stew. I like chili mostly.
sweet peppers.
When
Me
she's
like
talking, can you hear her?
I can hear her.
Yeah, bell pepper, jalapeno, habaneros, sweet peppers, and then one.
I do sweet and bell
Oh,
peppers.
I don't remember the other name. I'd have to go look at it.
Yeah, we
Tiffany,
have
I'm a
all,
wuss when it comes to hot peppers. I cannot handle them.
no, and that's completely understandable. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody is like they want their stuff fire hot. It's like they want a little bit of zing. That's not going to kill them.
We've got potatoes. We've got onions,
Yeah, we have potatoes, onions,
celery,
celery.
asparagus.
My potato is just coming up, Tiffany. So
Mine too.
Yeah, ours
my
too.
corn is barely hanging on, but he's on. He's still hanging in there. I
Yeah,
got
we
water
can't.
tomorrow.
Like, we've tried corn in the yard. Like, we just can't do it because it's like it's not field. It's not. There's.
As long as you
It's
get plenty
really.
of sun and you keep it watered, you should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but like it's
I got
to.
mine growing in a pot.
Yeah. No. Like here, it's like it's one day it's one temperature, and the next day it's 30 degrees hotter. It's like if you don't
Mine is the
water
other.
it when
Mine
you.
goes the other direction. Mine drops
Yeah.
down. So
Yeah.
right now it's 52, which is nice. But
Yeah. Right now it's in the garage. Right now it is 90 degrees.
oh, I did not know anything. Oh, you need some Gatorade there, dude. See, Gatorade.
Who you saying needs Gatorade?
Cliff, Fox it out.
Oh. Oh. No, liquid IV.
If you can afford it, that's expensive.
No, like yeah, I know. Like to buy it from the store, it's expensive. You
No, if
buy
you
it
want
from
to do
Amazon.
IVs, I can do IVs. I can give you an IV.
No, Liquid IV, the company.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Remember,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
medically
like.
trained. I used to do IVs.
Mm-hmm. Liquid IV is a company that you probably stuck people with when you were in the military.
Oh, I did. Ringer's lactate was one of the ones that worked really well.
Yeah.
Two of those full bore, one in each arm, will cure a hangover in half an hour.
Probably less than an hour.
No, because it takes half an hour to actually get into your
Oh
system.
yeah. No,
But the thing is,
but-
you will have to go to the bathroom like a Russian racehorse.
yes,
Trust me.
no, and
It'll flush
we
your
used to get an IV. They wouldn't even tell us what it was.
Check that out.
You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't even tell us what it was when we were over there. And like 40 minutes later, we're like, "Yep, I'm not leaving the urinal until I'm done."
Yeah,
And then we asked what it was, and then I like came home and got smart and like, oh, I can Google stuff and Googled that, and that is the company now known as Liquid IV. That's what they gave us.
ours was.
And
I just used the medical stuff they gave us.
yeah,
I didn't
and
really
it's
have
the same.
choice.
It's the same kind of stuff they gave us. Like I was in your medics area when I was over there, just in a different capacity.
Well, I was talking to SD Mountain Man Scott yesterday. We found out that we were actually on post in basic at the same time. He was just in a couple flights ahead of me, which I thought was pretty freaking cool. But yeah,
That's the thing about the military and the internet. It's always a small world.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday because I bought a new stove yesterday, and that's why I wasn't on Jason's live if he didn't go live. I didn't know. I was on the phone for half the night. Um,
Yeah, no, like
Bye, ZR. Thank you for coming, brother.
like for some reason, like I don't know what CR's name is, but I always like,
Here's the thing: no one does.
oh, well, that's cool. Night,
That's
CR.
his shtick. So we
Yeah,
just call
no,
it CR.
that's cool beans.
But here's the thing: his name is in his name. It's an anagram.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not
We've
figuring
been
that
trying to
out.
figure it out for years. So
Yeah,
if
no,
we've
like,
been guessing left and right what his real name is, and he won't tell us. So he said it's in his name. That's one thing he does. The only clue he gave us. And creative redundancy is his name, but we don't know what the name is. We've been doing some suggestions. Cliff's came up with some really good ones. I'm sure Cliff would probably mention it again if he did. But I thought Randy would be a good one, but no. Or I don't know. There's like a billion names you could choose.
yeah, like
I even
yeah,
tried
I'm
using
not.
an anagram generator to try to figure out what I could make with that, and I couldn't figure it
Yeah.
out.
I have questions about the bug out bag.
Okay.
Um,
I
I
actually,
messaged.
I'm trying to redefine the term bug out bag for people who do not understand what bug out bags are.
Okay, get away and survive. I mean, like,
No, 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 no. Not exactly what you think. I'm doing an
no,
updated.
no, no. Like, I'm like, I have questions because you said the challenge was we had to do it.
Oh, for the flea market thing. Yes,
Yes, I messaged you today about this.
I have not been on. I haven't answered that one yet. I apologize.
Okay.
I have.
Um,
This is actually the first time I've been on my computer all day.
okay. I bought a kit and I want to use a little bit of that kit for the bug out bag. Is that okay? If
Where'd you buy it
not,
at? Where'd you buy it at?
the whole kit. I'm not going to use the whole kit. I'm going to use one part of it. Was $30.
No, where did you buy it?
I bought it from Facebook Marketplace.
If we were doing a Facebook one, then maybe, probably not. If we're
Okay,
doing a
so
flea
you're
market,
saying none of it is okay.
nope.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to ask
That's all.
because
It's a flea
like
market challenge, not. If it was a Facebook one, I would probably be entered in that one myself. But
no,
I don't
and
think
I
anybody's ever done
100%
a Facebook Marketplace one, though. I don't think anybody's done that one. That
no.
would be interesting.
But here's the thing, like what other person like asks a question to exclude what they just bought? Nobody does that.
Right.
So the person behind like asking the question, oh yeah, yep, he wants to do it the right way.
Oh, Rob on the road has a statement for you. He said he'd happily use it for his EDC challenge. Daniel,
Use
he's doing a Timo challenge too. The other one I'm talking about, the overnight one, just the single overnight thing.
yeah,
Um,
but
so that's a whole different ballgame. But yours is Facebook,
oh,
which is a little different. But
when
that's okay. Nothing wrong.
no,
Oh,
I don't like my thing is I don't break rules.
no, no, no,
I
no, no. You're fine. You're fine. You're good. Trust me. You're good. You don't have to explain yourself. Um, no, this he's talking about his personal EDC.
oh no.
If you're going to use it for your own personal stuff, that's perfectly fine. Trust me, I have no issues with that. But I'm redefining the definition of bug out bag because I had to explain it to my sister what a bug out bag was, and it made me think about something. There's more to a bug out bag than an end of world situation.
Yeah, it's right here and right now. It's not long term.
It's to get
It's
if you have to leave your house in an emergency situation, not necessarily in a world situation, whether it be fire, flood, a tornado, what have you, some kind of
Mhm.
disaster that forces you out of your home. A major bug infestation, who knows? Um, Termites, whatever. But you have
the
in that bug out
apocalypse
bag,
happened.
that bug out bag would have your personal information in your bag where you can have access to it. Your insurance paperwork, your uh, deed paperwork to your house, your
I,
paperwork for your car, your backup license, your birth certificates, your marriage licenses. All that important paperwork would be on a flash drive or in a fireproof folder or whatever you have it in. But that would be a part of your bug out situation from your house for an emergency situation, plus the gear that we normally talk about. But
yeah, and
you have something that forces you to leave your house in an emergency situation at the last minute. Like I said, it's not necessarily a end of world situation. It's just an emergency situation. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean forever. It could be just an extreme extended period of time. Because I've seen people whose houses had trees fall on them, and which
oh yeah,
makes it
and,
unlivable.
and I've been there. Like I know the whole tree falling on someone's house, and it's 6 to 8 months before they get back in it.
Exactly. And you got to have your personal paperwork, your insurance paperwork, your both
Yeah,
personal and house and property and all that other stuff. Your dog tag, your dog's licenses and all that other stuff, and their vet paperwork, because you're going to be
yeah.
moving somewhere else, and people say, "Oh, does he have his medical stuff caught up to date and all that stuff?" So if you have that all like on a flash drive or someplace where you could have it readily accessible, extra cash in case you get
And what
stuck
in
somewhere for an extended time. Um,
oh, what you really just said, like I never even thought of putting all that information on a flash drive.
well, that way,
You
you
know,
don't
like
need
no,
power
like
to.
like
It's like a solid state flash drive. You don't have to worry about it, being destroyed or whatever. It's just you put it if you're worried about like an EMP situation, then you can just throw it into a little EMP-proof bag if you're feeling that paranoid about it. But you'll have
uh,
all your personal data on there where you have access to it. Any
that
personal
makes a
pictures
whole lot of
as
sense.
well, so that way you don't lose your photo album, so that kind of thing. Um, but it's more than just the end of the world like you see on YouTube.
I don't. Okay, you
Your
said you.
medical information, especially if you have a medical, things like you have a lot of medical issues.
Yeah, like
You have your doctor's information on there.
prescriptions and all. Like
Yeah.
I never like I never once like brought all that to my attention.
Well,
Like I
here,
didn't. Like I thought it was
one
just
says
like
this: multiple
I
flash
need to
drives.
go survive.
Yeah, one for each person, and backup stored separately.
Oh, that's like you. You just blew my mind, and thank you for that because
Well, the thing is, it occurred to me the other day when I was talking to my sister when I went down to visit her. I was down there picking up my arrows in a tumwa, and I was stopped in to see my sister, and she asked me what a bug out bag was, and I had to explain it to her in terms that she would understand, and things just clicked, and it made sense for the average everyday person. A in the world bag is not practical. Necessary, yes. I mean, even the government says you should keep a 72-hour bag with you at all times. So this is be a bug out bag is not permanently away because it's not an inch bag. It's not you're not coming home type situation. That's what an inch bag is. But just bugging out from your home for some reason, reason or another. And if you have all your information with you, you don't have to worry about losing it or forgetting it or anything like that because it's in a central location. Especially like medical information, like yourself, you have medical issues. I have medical issues. So I would have a copy of all my medical records on there. I would have a copy of my wife's medical records, my son's medical records, and the medications that we each have to take. And also backup medication in there, full bottles as well as the prescriptions. And my glasses, prescriptions for my glasses as well. So things like that. If you don't think about that, and it's by the time you need it and you don't have it, I don't know what to tell you.
No, like you 100, like I'm saying, like you 100%, like you said something and it clicked, and now it's okay. This whole idea of I want to build a bug out bag or getaway bag. Do I design it off purely on where I'm at,
You have to go
or
where you're located at. But if
yeah,
you have a destination in mind, you might take that into account as well. We, if we have to leave here, we have a place in mind to go. I'm not going to mention it, but I have a place we're going to go. But
yeah?
it's
There's
going to take, depending on if we're driving or if we're walking, it's going to take two separate routes. And one's going to take a lot longer, obviously.
so so
Subsidized
in
conditions and
this
stuff.
challenge, can I drive? Is there a time limit of driving?
Nope. Nope. None.
Okay,
But the
like
thing is, you got to
like
think outside the box there, Daniel.
yeah, no, you got me thinking that way now.
I've always thought I try to think outside the
And
box.
if you're driving, you should have fuel cans.
Extra fuel cans, yes. That because you would
Yeah,
actually have a bag for your car too, because you would
yeah,
have your emergency
yeah,
stuff for your car. Make sure you have a decent spare.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make sure you have a jack. Make sure you have some kind of pump to air up your tires if you need to. Um, if you want to have a CB radio in there or some kind of communications, that's another thing. That's also some people have those in their bug out bags, but they're not necessary, but they're good to have.
But my thing, like, do you understand? Like, my question, like, I wanted it to be fair. You know what I mean? Like, I asked a simple question. You gave me an answer, and I'm standing on your answer. Like, I'm doing.
My answer is not. My answer is my answer that's right for me. Okay, I'm just
No,
going to
no,
say
no.
you have
Like,
to
for the
adjust it
chat,
for yourself.
for the challenge, it is. You have to find it this way. It can't be this way. And
It
now
has
I
to be.
know.
It's called a flea market challenge
Yeah.
for a reason.
And now, like, I 100% am on that, and that's what I'm gonna do.
And the
But
thing is, it's going to be interesting. I've never seen your flea market, so it's going to be interesting to see what you come up with. You make the best one you think you can build.
yeah, no,
Using your ideas. Maybe Tiffany's got some cool ideas. You never know.
no, she does.
And combine them, put them in. As long as you don't spend in more than $100.
Yeah,
That's it.
and like that was my whole thing was like, man, like I
And the
didn't
thing is,
know.
it doesn't mean you're going to get high end quality stuff. I mean, when
No,
I first
and
did
I
mine
know that.
last
I
year, when I
100%
got
know that.
handed to me by both Herbert T and my son Ian, they kicked my butt. Now, did I find quality items? You better believe I did, but I
Yeah,
didn't find the high end stuff like they did. But I found really quality old school items that worked within the categories that I was looking at. And
but isn't that the whole point? Is to like make it so it's like it worked and you could survive
yeah,
as long as you know how to use the equipment that's in the bag, you can survive.
right.
But
Give me a second here. I'm gonna try something here. Um, see if I can find one item that I got for Jenny last year that I thought was really freaking cool. I don't know where she put it. Um, she moved things around on me the other day. I found her a shelf, and she rearranged the living room. So I'm trying to figure out where everything's at. Be right back, Daniel. You have the con. You're in charge. You talk to people.
I need to put my glasses on.
Okay, well,
Multiple. Sorry, y'all. I gotta put my glasses on. Multiple. Robert, are you saying like we should back everything up on multiple flash drives? Is that what you're getting at?
Let me see here. I got to go over to my wall and see if what I'm looking for is there. I got a stack of stuff right behind the computer you guys can't see.
Robert, do you guys have yard sales
They have
or estate sales? I guess it would be called over there.
boot sales. They're trunk sales.
In UK, is that what it's called? Like, I don't know.
They don't have flea markets and stuff like that we do.
One drive, one person.
It's a little different.
So is it like more of an estate sale? I'm not, Robert, I'm not against what you're saying. I just don't understand. There's a lot in the United States I don't understand.
Okay, a boot sale is like a trunk sale. It's like if you're selling something out of your trunk, and so they don't have like yard sales like we do because a lot of them places don't have yards, especially where he lives. I can't find her knife at the moment because, and this standing up and sitting down thing is getting old really fast on my knee.
Robert, I understand what you're saying. I get it.
Because if you watched any videos about people who do flea markets or what they're considered boot sales over there, it's just like a flea market, but they open up their trunk, they put out a table.
Yeah, no, and I get it. No, like
And
he
they sell
explained
stuff
it.
like we do. It just they have a different name for it, but that's
Yeah.
his version of it. And the thing is, sometimes you can bargain, which is really cool. Bargaining at flea markets is one of the best things because they say, oh, this is this price, but then you say, oh, you counter and give them another price, and you might get it for a lot lower than you initially trying to get it for. My boy bought a 55-pound recurve by pointing out every flaw he could see about this bow, starting with it was strung backwards initially when he found it, and that got him that whole bow for $5 with string and everything.
What was it?
Nothing
Like
wrong with
an
it.
$80 bow?
Probably.
100?
It was a real wood bow, and he paid $5 for it. It's just a matter of talking to the people, and he's getting really good at it. And reproduction stuff is stuff now. I understand it's hard finding quality anything. Like I said, I've got stuff that's from out of country. And I'll show you one. I'm not sure if I showed you this or not, or anybody. I mean, I showed the rest of the guys in the chat right now. This thing right here.
That's German.
No. What's that say? Toronto, Canada.
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 Hang on. Put it to the center. Go down a little bit. That's a German symbol.
That is a campfire. That's the symbol for Summerlee Producer Limited. That's the manufacturer logo. And this, you'll recognize this as soon as I pull it out of the thing.
Oh.
You've seen these. You know these.
Yeah.
Anybody who's been a Boy Scout knows these.
Yeah.
But this one was actually made in Taiwan, but it was made for a Canadian company, Mr. Camper, for Summerlee Producer Limited. And
his name is Jasper, isn't it? The guy that started it?
No clue. Never heard of it before. No one's heard of this Mr. Camper thing that I know of. All the Canadians I know don't know who it is. But the thing is, I paid like $5 for this. I also have a Canadian Tire sleeping bag, which is their version of Walmart.
Well, hang on a second. You can't you can't call it Canadian Tire. They're yeah, it's kind of like our Walmart, but they
No,
actually
I don't call it that. They call it that.
I know, but their level of Walmart is way better than ours.
No, but they're trying to use it as an analogy to
Yeah, no, no, no.
people to understand what it is. I know what it is, but
I
I've got a sleeping bag that's
100%.
from Canadian Tire, and
Yeah,
I paid $5 for that too.
yeah, no, I 100% stand behind the Canadians that say that's their Walmart.
Because it
Yet,
does everything a Walmart does for us.
no, they get way better stuff than we get in the United States.
Oh, well, yeah, I can understand that now. But the thing is, um, I'm just using those.
Yeah,
The fact that I found two Canadian company items in
yeah,
Iowa.
it's loose words that you say that.
I'm just repeating what I've been told
Yeah.
from Canadians, no less.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going by what they tell me. Like CR, Canadian. My
Mm-hmm.
friend Mallory, Canadian. My friend Howie, Canadian. And they're the ones that tell me about all this, and this. And yeah. And Rob on the road, I'm not sure if he's got any of these items over where he's at, but he's
Um,
he's got a lot of cool stuff at his. He's got access to better stuff than we do because he didn't have to pay the shipping we do.
well, that's like from certain companies. Like I think his is Tumu and
Oh, Timo, he gets it like next to nothing.
yeah, I know. Like he gets access to it, but that doesn't mean it's better.
No, no, no. There's okay. There's very few items that I believe on Timu are like high quality. I've got one of them that I believe, and that's my little folding camps grate that I got for like
Yep, I I,
five and a
I
half.
watched the video on that one.
It's the little woven one,
Mm-hmm.
and that one is heavy as hell, and the legs can come off, and I use them in conjunction with my wood gas stove.
Yeah,
That's the reason I got it, and the fact that I can use it freestanding as his own little stove, I could do that too. So I got options, and I just now picked up a new stove yesterday off of Facebook Marketplace, of all places, but up in South Dakota, like South Dakota to be exact. And turns out the person Scott picked up my stove from knows his niece. So it's like it just
Did you get the Jet Boil XT
no.
X?
No, I got the MSR Whisper Light International.
Yeah, I just picked up the I don't even know what it's called, the clamshell Jet Boil.
I didn't get a jet boil. I'm not a big fan of the canister stoves
No,
because,
either am I, but it was $29.
well, price wise, I can understand that. But the reason I got this one, it can run off of white gas, kerosene, or unleaded gasoline.
Yeah, and it's all like, in the whole great thing about that stove. It's pressurized gas, so
Mine's a
you
pressurized stove. Yeah.
yeah, like there's more things you can use with it. Like that's what they say. Like
Yeah.
you can pressurize diesel.
No,
Not
no,
that you
that's the
want
whisper. That's the Whisper Light Dragonfly. That's another model that does diesel, but that also can do jet fuel too.
to. Okay. Like I'm not gonna
I
lie.
looked at the models. I just couldn't afford one. I mean, I tried to get one here in Iowa, but I didn't have the money until it was too late. It was already gone. But this one here came up. It was a good price, and Scott picked it up for me. So I sent him the money. He picked it up for me, and all that stuff. And he's like, he never even heard of it. He's like, this is freaking cool. So,
Yeah,
and
there's
I like
a
the versatility because it's not just one style of stove. I mean,
yeah.
I can't use my alcohol with it. I've got a stove for that. I got a little alcohol stove, but this one here, I can find gasoline anywhere.
And what's really weird, like I sent you a thing today. I bought uh that fire starter kit. That
Now,
kit, there is no reason you couldn't start a fire.
right.
Beginner, experienced, whatever.
I
There
will.
is.
Are you going to do a video on that kit?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Have Tiffany do the camera work for you while you talk, and leave your hands free for you can do this. You know what you need to do,
Yeah, like
and just remember, talk to your like you're talking to me to the
yeah,
camera.
like
Or better yet,
is it
talk like you're talking to Tiffany, explaining all this.
yeah
So
is
that
it
way,
worth is it worth the money I bought?
that's a part of you're going to explain in the whole video. You're going to do the whole spiel, go through it from
No,
beginning to end.
like my whole thing was is I bought it so I could use part of it for something else, but that's not the problem. It's I bought it because I thought this gentleman put one of the for $30 you have
He made a very comprehensive kit. In other words,
you have right around 15 ways to make fire.
like I said, a very comprehensive kit.
Yeah.
Now I have my kits that I have,
It-
and I've showed them off, and I've got a lot of stuff. Trust me, but I built that one out of so many different kits. Cliff gave me a big boost on my first start on the fire kits. Then Grace Martin helped me with some of it too. The flint and steel's all me because I've always had those. But
and
you
what's
make your own
weird?
steel, so you don't have to worry about that. You can make your own.
No, what's weird is this kit you don't need flint and steel at all.
You always need flint and steel, in my opinion. But that's
No,
me.
no, no. Like you're 100% right. This setup you will never need flint and steel.
Well, my flint and steel works no matter what the weather, if it's wet or not.
No,
So
no, and I completely understand what you're saying because
that's my personal
I
preference. I know there's probably better methods and stuff. I've used every method
no,
except
and
for Godro.
I am a flint and steel guy. I'm saying this dude designed this
I'm
where
looking forward to
he
seeing what you do with it. I would like to see demonstrating it.
yeah, no, like I'm
You
not
see
trying
all
to
that.
argue. I'm just like
Oh, you're not arguing. Oh, I'm just like I said. I agree with you, and I want to see what you got because I'm curious now.
yeah,
And if you put out your video, take a really good picture of your gear and make a really good thumbnail for it, and I look forward to seeing it as soon as you're able to get it out. I know you got
no,
your orders and stuff you got to do with your knives and stuff, which I understand. That takes precedence. And
no,
always
it
remember
doesn't.
this, all this here, unless you're planning on making a lot of money, like some of the bigger stuff, which I don't plan to. Family comes first. Take care of your family first, then everything else is secondary. Um, that's my belief. So
No, we're on the same
my
page.
family's very extensive, just to let you know. And these guys are all family over here.
And I'm not
I
saying
don't know
I'm
who's here, but hey, say hi if you're here. Put a 1 in the chat if you're here. Sorry. Um, also, I've been okay. I'm gonna let you know something that I've been informed of. You and I have a tendency to talk over people
yes,
because
we do.
we do. You and I do.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, I know I do. I don't like to. I recognize that fact. So
And I try to say sorry.
I do. When you see me do this, when someone's talking, that's me recognizing that I'm over talking somebody, and I need to basically tell myself to shut the heck up and listen for a change. 1 in the chat, yes. Thank you, there, Cliff. Cliff, I will probably contact you later this weekend, and if you're free at a certain hour when you're not doing your garden, and to ask you some more personal gardening questions about my potato and my corn. I normally ask you about my tomato, but I didn't grow a tomato this year. but I have was talking with Dan and a couple other people, because I got to tone down my presence. Cliff has even mentioned it to me in particular, which I apologize to you right now, Cliff. I don't try to. Other names are available from your local supplier. What are you talking about, Rob? You can answer some of the questions in the chat if you want to, if you can see your chat. Daniel.
Yeah, I'm here. Like, I didn't know I needed to read them.
No.
My bad.
I mean, if you see a question that you didn't see, if I miss one, catch it.
No, I'm
I
trying to put.
actually like the fact that someone can help me catch them because I don't see all of them.
Other names are available for you, local supporters.
Supplier. I had to read it 3 times because my dyslexia made it say the same thing you just said. But it didn't work in the context the first time I wanted to go. In the context of the sentence, that doesn't make sense. Then, supplier. Okay, that makes sense. We're always picking on one. Yes, I know. You could also use the word one.
Hey.
One. Unless you want to do it ein, then you got uno, then you got ein.
Dos, cinco, seis, like
all manners of saying one in different languages. Just keep on saying one. And then you could go alpha. That's a 1, technically.
No, alpha is A in 1.
It still means 1 overall.
Yeah. Well,
means it's the first one, so that means first.
Yeah.
So that means the same thing. But I use it in this context of everything's a 1. Because I did it to Cliff for years. Because I think it's funny. Because he said, put a 1 in the chat. So I keep on putting 1 in different languages going down the line.
Why is everybody picking on Juan?
Juan didn't do anything.
Like, is there even a Juan in here?
No, there's never been no Juans. There's been Johns, but not Juans.
Get it now.
And technically, if you think about it, Juan is John, correct? Technically. You know what another name for John is?
Jesus.
Ian is the Irish form of John.
Oh.
If you didn't know.
I didn't.
1 is the loneliest number. We got to get him a date. He's tired of being lonely. Now
How old is he? He just turned 17.
Well, I think 1 is 21.
No. I was asking how old's Ian?
Oh, he's 19.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like,
as of last week.
Like, I have family members, but they're older than that.
Yeah. of the children, of the grandchildren in my family, my corner of the family, he's the youngest of all the grandkids. But here's the thing. He's the only male grandkid.
So he's the last of your last name?
On my side of the family, yeah.
Yeah.
He and I are the last males.
Yeah. I'm dealing with a situation with my last name.
But I have somebody to continue on my name if I needed to.
No. That's the best thing you can do. Is
hey, give me 1 second. Ian, are you in the kitchen still?
Trying not to listen. Yes.
Could you bring me one of my Gatorades, please?
Yes.
Preferably the open one. Thank you. I was going to go do it myself, but I was having trouble getting up. Thank you. Oh, by the way, people were saying hi to you. Cliff says hi.
I said hi.
And Daniel said hi. Mm-hmm. You could say hi back properly.
Trying to not cause a flood down the basement right now.
What'd you do?
I'm I'm using the sink.
Oh, we're having plumbing problems. We have a plumber coming in tomorrow. Small drainage problem in the basement, in the
Well,
laundry room only. So
that's an everyday, not an everyday problem for everybody, but it's an
it
everyday problem
happens.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those bad situations that happens to everybody.
I did roll for Ian. I mentioned it by name. I rolled a 19 when you asked me how old he was. Right?
Are,
So that technically
are you
counts.
talking? Are you talking to me? I didn't say anything.
Yes, Daniel. When you asked me how old Ian was.
Yeah, no. And I said like he's doing his due diligence and I didn't say anything.
No,
Whoa, hang on a
you
second.
did ask me how old Ian was.
Yeah, I did.
And I answered 19. When I rolled, that's me technically rolling a 19 for my son.
Oh. Okay, sorry. My bad.
That's cool. No,
Like,
no need to apologize. It's just one of those
no,
things.
no. There's 900 things going on around me right now, and yeah. Anywho,
I've got things I got, going on. So. Oh, speaking of that stove, this one. $5.50 for this thing on Temu. One of the first things I've ever purchased off there. And this thing is freaking heavy duty. Whoever built it knew what they were doing.
did you get my video I sent you of the stove I got?
No, I didn't. I just like I said, until I turned my computer on for this, my computer's been off all day. I've been on
Oh,
my phone, but because I've been having my knee up because my knee hurts.
yeah, no. You're good.
Oh, don't worry about it. I will watch it though. Trust me. I just haven't got it to it yet.
It
And
was
I will
like
comment on it as well.
no, like no. It was. I sent it to you, and I was like, "Yep, stupid fix."
If I don't respond right away, please forgive me.
No, you're good, brother. Like I understand it. Like we all have lives and all that
No, I
stuff,
just
and
today's been one of those days that I've been feeling off. So, and also I've been trying to get my gear together and everything. Yes, I have been monetized for quite some time, for a couple of years now.
you being off and me being off are on the same situation.
But I count mine as mostly I'm old. I'm 57 years old, but I don't other than my knees hurting right now. I don't feel that old, but I know I am.
Mm.
Up here, I'm not. This way, with the weight coming off, it's a little better because like my energy levels up. But
I'll
I'm working
send
on my
you a
knee.
message on Facebook why I'm off.
Okay, I will take a look at it after a bit. I'm going to be going to 9:30 because I'm getting a little tired and my knee. I need to get my knee up. But any other questions you guys have on the stoves and stuff, I'll answer the best I can. I mean, this Whisper Light is the first time I've ever bought one. I've been thinking about it. I just don't like canister stoves because I don't like having to worry about carrying the canisters once they're empty on the trail. And I like the idea of being able to go to any gas station, filling up my canister for a buck or two, and have enough fuel for the next couple of days. Because according to my research, a Whisper Light International will for an hour and a half worth of total burn time. So, which is really cool. So, why did you ask if I was monetized, Doug? Now, I don't know what to do. I rolled for Ian. He went away, but I got my Gatorade. So, I am jumping topics. So, bear with me. I'm kind of bouncing around right now.
How many this is Daniel? How many people do you have to get monetized? I just want to be able to go live.
Live, you have to get. I'm not sure how many hours you have to get for live. Monetize is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. When I started, it's changed the rules since then. since when I got monetized. And I try not to get dinged or anything like that. And
No, and I completely understand that. Like,
so that's why I try not to have smoking or anything like that on there. Bows are fine. You could talk about firearms, but you can't show them.
yeah, no, and that's why like I respect you, I respect your.
Yeah, 50 for live there, Rob. Okay, I did not know that. It's been a while since I've been there. I'm at 1,040 something right now. I've actually gone up about 15 to 20 people since recently this year. So I'm actually, I mean, I've changed the way I've been doing my lives. I've been using inspiration on YouTube and everything else. If you have a computer, Daniel, it helps. You can see that.
I have my phone, and
It does not show up on your phone, unfortunately. I tried.
no,
Hey,
like
Molly.
no, like and Tiff works on a computer all day long. It's like the hardest thing to try to figure out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want her
I'm
staying
learning.
on.
I'm still learning every day. I mean, I found it out about a month and a half to 2 months ago, and I'm just playing with it, and I'm still learning it. And
Yeah.
I love the fact that it gives you thumbnails, it gives you topics. You put in whatever your topic you want, and it comes up with an outline for your live. And you could either it gives you questions you can ask and all this other stuff. It's like an AI sort of thing. 50 to go. Okay, you need 50 subscribers to go live. 500 subs and 3,000 hours for a web store. I have all that, and I don't even have a web store. Someone needs to help me figure out that one. And I can do super chats and stuff like that. 1,000 subs and 4,000 for ad revenue. I get ad revenue. I get all of that. What he just said here. If you can't read it, I can. Give me a second. I'll put it right.
No, I can see it. Like I got 1,800 and something hours of views, and like it's just
You got 50 subs yet?
no. Because I
You got,
listened to no, and this is the thing. I listened to another YouTuber that told me to do shorts, do shorts, do shorts.
well,
That's the way to.
I know
That's
that some people do shorts, and shorts are being you can get monetized through shorts too.
yeah.
But it's up to you. I do a little bit of both. I rarely do shorts. I have done more lives because I've been injured and stuck at home recently
No,
than anything else, which is like as soon as I'm back to work and able to move around and stuff, I will be going out and making more content, which is what I'm going to be trying to do this weekend. As soon as the freaking park over in, sorry, let me remember where I'm at. This way opens up to the primitive campgrounds where I can set up and do some bushcraft videos there, which is where I'm going to be doing my Timo challenge, overnight challenge over there, and all this stuff. So I've got plans. I just got to be able to get out and do it.
no, I 100% agree with what you're saying and what you're doing.
Hey,
Is
Dylan.
I put videos out.
Nope, I'm not a Jedi Knight. I am not a knight of any shape or form. And every time they try to knight me at the events I go to, I run away. And I've literally told the people who are trying to knight me, you are not knighting me. I'm an archer, plain and simple. I don't want to be a knight. Sorry, I don't know you well enough, Dylan. These guys are my friends and have been friends with me for a very long time. And well, Daniel's the newest.
Yeah, and my thing is
So
like I put videos out and they get taken down by somebody else.
that happens. Unfortunately, I don't have any issues right now. So
No, no,
I
no.
try to
I'm
do a
not.
lot of neutral videos. So I am. It's now 9:30, guys. Daniel. Like I said, I am tired.
All right.
I need to put my knee up. Take some more. I already took my ibuprofen, so I can't take any more. I'm gonna put some ice on it. Drink my Gatorade, and I will catch you guys probably Saturday night on Cliff's Live if he's gonna be on a decent hour. Zippo Mafia. Okay. I think I might know you. Give me a second, Zip. Let me check something here. That name sounds familiar. I think I know that name. Nope, I don't see it anywhere. Do you have any videos out? So be well, everybody. I'm out of here. So thank you, Daniel, for coming up. I really appreciate it. I'll go look at your video after a bit. But I really got to get my leg up because I'm in severe pain. I don't even think I could stand up right now. Be well, be safe. I love you guys. And I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom.